What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Too Good to Be True. And I just want to wish the people, the nieces and nephews, the aunties and uncles, a happy Friday. We made it through another week, but it's not just about getting through the week, it's about thriving and springboarding into the weekend. As we sit here on a Friday, it will behoove me. Yes, I said the word behoove. It's a very good word. It will behoove me to tell you guys, to remind you guys to like, follow, subscribe, rate, review the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, even checking it out, the video on YouTube. All the support you give the show is great. And also, we do accept questions on this show, and you'll always be able to find that link. If you go into the show notes, there's going to be a link that can say contact Drew. Go to the website, it'll take you right to the page. Fill out, send your question in. We want to do more questions on this show. And I say we like I got a whole team behind me or something. It's just me, but I say we, it sounds a lot better. We would like to read those questions on this show, whether you are going through something, whether you just have a general question for me, or just even in the realm of life coaching to get some advice for a situation or a problem that you're going through a transition. We would definitely love to help you out, but we need to get those questions in. We have some questions that we're going to start hitting on a regular basis, but I just have to keep putting this out into the universe so people can say, you know what? I'm going to write in a question because I've been going through this problem. I've been struggling with this thing. I don't really have anybody to talk with it about, or I just kind of want somebody who doesn't have a dog in the fight to give me their honest opinion and probably just give me some meaningful advice that would help me through this certain situation. And so, as we sit here, we're probably in pretty much at the midpoint of July, which is a little bit over more than halfway through 2025. I know it's gone by really, really quick. I know it seems like it snuck up on us like it does every year, but it is what it is. Half of the year is done. Out of the 365 days left for this month, you divide that by two. I took math 111 3 times in college, so I'm not going to even try to do that math, but it's upwards of 160, 170 days we have left in this calendar year. And one thing I always like to do once I get through a quarter of the way through the year, or 3 months into the year, or by 3 month increments, I always like to look back on goals that I've set for myself for this year to accomplish, to exceed, new hobbies that I say I was going to do, new things that I was going to try to put in place for my life, some safeguards with meeting up with friends or going out on more dates, or just doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. I try to see and look at my life to see how that's gone for myself. And so I hope as we hit this mid-year point that the goals you guys set way back in January, the New Year's resolutions, and I put quotation marks on that for those that can't see it, the resolutions that you guys put in place that you guys said you guys were going to do this year, how is that going? Have you kept those up? Have you fallen off? Have you gotten off track? Has life been lifing and you haven't been able to do those things? Whatever the reason might be, I hope that if you're on track, you continue to stay on track. If you've met those goals or exceeded those goals, that you might bump them up a little bit more, or that you might make some new goals. And if you haven't reached those goals and aspirations that you're fighting towards, I hope you hit the reset button and you restructure those goals to make it that you can meet those before the year ends. So it's not a travesty that we didn't make these goals and we didn't complete them or we got off track, but it's a tragedy when we have this mindset that, all right, cool, I didn't get it this year, but all right, cool, next year, beginning of next year, that's really when I'm going to get started. That's where the travesty lies, because we continue to do that. We continue to push the goalposts for ourselves, and we continue to kind of hide our head in the sand like an ostrich, like it doesn't exist. If you've fallen off on those goals and the things that you said you were going to do, recalibrate, restart, and reassess. Just do that. Start from today. Start this weekend. Sit down, write down what those goals were, or revisit them and reconstruct them. Oh, I said a whole bunch of re's in there. I want to take the time to kind of congratulate myself for being able to think that quickly on my toes. But recalibrate, reconstruct those. Do things that scare you. Do things that challenge you. Do things that you fail at. Because pretty soon you're going to be really, really strong in everything that you approach. And so you're going to be able to take on a great amount of adversity or a great amount of challenge and turn that into triumph. Turn challenge into triumph. Those are the things I teach my clients a lot. So for those who have met those goals or exceeded them, great. Give you a little slight hand clap for you doing what you do. And not to say I give you a slight hand clap, but it's oftentimes when we meet those goals and we exceed them and we don't take the time to give ourselves a pat on the back. We don't take time to recognize ourselves for what we've done. We don't take time to really bask in what we've done because we did exactly what we said we were going to do. And then we move on to the next thing. So it's very important that we take time to notice ourselves, notice the hard work we put into it, the sacrifice, the concentration, the discipline, just all these things that went into making these things possible. You did that probably with some help from your team, a friend, your spouse, whatever it might be. You went out there and you did that. And so take the time to celebrate those wins, to bask in it before moving on to the next thing, before reconstructing those goals, because you did it and you were focused, which makes a world of a difference. So as we're in halfway towards this year, I hope you look back at your goals, the things that you've accomplished, the things that you fell short on. I hope you take time to celebrate those or to take time to think about, all right, how exactly did I get off track? What happened to cause me to get off track? And whether you're in one of those two classes of I just said, the people that succeeded or the people that fell a little bit short, I hope that you reconstruct those goals, make some more, and continue to crush them for the remainder of 2025 that we have. So, once again, if you guys have questions, go to the show notes, click on the link, write in a question so I can read it on the show and I can help you in the best way that I can. But outside of that, everybody have a fun and safe weekend. We're in this small little sports purgatory where we had baseball all-star game, WNBA all-star game. Football is kind of kicking off and starting, but it's just preseason. I don't really know who gets excited for training camp or preseason. But I should pop up at the Chargers preseason camp pretty soon as well. But outside of that, if you're struggling to find something on TV to watch, your sports or your soap opera show has gone off, or Love Island is done and you've already been through the seasons and the episodes 2 or 3 times over, pick up a book and read. That's your boy Uncle Drew telling you that. Pick up a book and read. Read something. Feed your brain. Give it some knowledge. Pique your interest and curiosity. Just pick up a book. Doesn't even have to be a big one. It could be a comic book, a magazine, a self help book, a small scripted play. I got plays behind me. All just pick up something. Read. Get your children to read. Get your spouse to read. Open up something and read it. Man, sit outside. Sit outside in the good weather. Listen to the wind blow. Listen to the tree shake. Listen to kids around the corner playing and chasing each other, riding their bicycles around. Get your butt out of the house and enjoy this summertime weather that we have, especially here in California. So, once again, that is this episode of Fast Friday. I'm your boy, Uncle Drew, AKA Drew Davis, or flip him around, however you want to do it. Once again, you guys take care. Have a good, safe weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll catch you guys next week. Stay healthy.